Hey everybody, hope you're all doing good. Back with a little bit more Final Fantasy. Not too sure how long stream will be, but we'll find out. Last time, I had to swim in a pond to get cerulean for some people who hate me. So that wasn't very cool. But you know what? Fuck it, we ball. As you can see, this place is littered with the remnants of various types of war machina. While my comrades and I have already recovered the tanks from the less damaged units, those that took a more severe beating are harder to scavenge. We decided to save those for another time, that time being now. Rather than prize them apart, piece by piece, it would be quicker to remove the outer casings using compact explosives. With luck, we'll gain access to the tanks without rupturing them. That sounds like the worst idea. But the force generated by these devices is relatively weak. I would advise you stand well clear to avoid being hit by any shrapnel. Before even bothering, though, you should check the Machina's cerulean gauge to see if there is any left. It should still provide an accurate reading, even when the unit itself is inactive. If the gauge is broken, I'll let you decide whether to use an explosive or not. Should you need more, come to me. Understood. Let's get to work. What about this one? Fuel tank empty. Broken. We bomb. Empty. God, Garlemald is ruined. On the bright side, they won't be invading anymore. Broken, we bomb. Empty. Well, that's all of them on this side. Julius, I need more bomb. Can I have more bomb? You still have the explosives I gave you, yes? Remember to check the cerulean gauge before attempting to remove the casing. I could kill these colossuses and stuff. Colossi. Empty. Broken. You retrieve the Warlock in a cerulean tank to find it still half full or half empty depending on one's perspective. Either way, Julius will surely be pleased in your discovery. I got one at least. More explosives. Wait, is that what I think it is? Not only did this tank survive the attack that disabled the War Machina in which it was installed, it also escaped the blast of your explosives unscathed. If medals for outstanding service were awarded to inanimate objects, this champion among cerulean tanks would surely deserve one. They're getting a lot more whimsical with their writing. You've done it again. Truly, luck is on your side. With this, we should be able to refuel quite a few of our heaters. It's time we head back. Wait here while I go and see how Alice and Alpha are faring. I will wait here. Anytime the game makes an objective out of waiting, I just feel insulted. Voice acted cutscene looks like. It's got some funny camera angles going on.
finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we?
This is Thancred.
Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen. After you left with the Garlemald lad, Lucia bade a few of us scouts follow you at a discreet distance. We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside. When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything.
Yeah, they're really afraid of us.
The Legatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel. An interesting development, and perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for.
Perhaps.
Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up. For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them. With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
They had not gone far.
Yeah, I could see you the whole time.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
I feel like we didn't do too bad. A full tank of
are.
ceruleum.
Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back a king's ransom?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile.
You don't really seem to be in the position to be
it's a
talking
poor
shit.
attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts.
Okay.
But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintus!
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us. My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
I have not forgotten. Loser.
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question. Will they ever escape this cold? Return
Probably
to
not.
and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Eula spoke?
A lot of them are probably dying
Finished your
here.
war, Council?
Alphino and Alizé are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil. Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Our allies have but limited
Yeah.
supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Everything will be alright. Have faith.
Get them out of here.
Alphino and Alizé will be fine, providing they don't resist. Elia Lacta X. You will accompany me back to your camp, where I will meet with your leader and present Lord Quintus's demands. Before we depart, however, there's something I would ask of you. Assuming your contingent complies, the supplies they surrender will need to be transported here. That task falls to Legionaris Marcellinus and Octavia, who will pilot Magitech armor to your headquarters. You are to inform them that we are leaving shortly. Tell them to ask the eel for the further details, in those words. Once you've seen to that, meet me by the exit. Yo, what up? You hated us. You again? Ask the eel if it thinks you're a little bitch. Ask the eel, he said. So that's to be the way of it, after all this. Can you stop monologuing in front of me? How ironic that you should be the one to deliver the news. If those are my orders, then so be it. For the glory of Garlemald. I tried to ask you real nice if you could stop monologuing, and you didn't. It's kind of a rude thing to do. 1 second, I am getting a few pings. There. What do you want with me? Ask the eel, so Lord Quintus has made a decision. I knew he would understand. That he would recognize a savage as a ruthless, merciless creature, and to defeat him, we too must be uncompromising. I am ready. In the name of Emperor Varus, for the glory of Garlemald, I will fulfill my duty. Why are you monologuing to the person that you're, like, gonna have an issue with? Stop telling me your evil plans. Yo, what the dog doing? Have you done as instructed? What do you mean by ask the eel? I'm not at liberty to divulge that. What I can say is this. There's no cause for concern if our demands are met. You and I are in this together now. Like it or not, we have to cooperate. There is one other matter. A place I'd like to visit on the way to your camp. It's a short walk from here. Follow me. Okay, so ask the eel. It's bad, whatever it is, because now his life sounds like it's on the line as well. I know that they're desperate, so I wouldn't doubt that they would be willing to sacrifice a person to make sure their demands are met. Julius lingers by the ruins, reluctant to leave and reluctant to stay, unable to move on. Is this your home? I'm gonna let it run and we'll see if it's voice acted or not.
This is my home.
Okay.
Our home. At least it was, until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate. When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and they tried to. And I had to. I'd promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised. The Garlean flag bears a chain, the bonds between our countrymen. A red link at its center, the blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald. But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here? If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us?
I mean, probably not after all the things that you did to our people.
I'm sorry, forget I spoke. We should go.
Your suffering does not immediately mean that you should make others suffer.
It's no use.
Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But he wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do.
So cold.
Painfully so. Unbearably.
I've been thinking about what Quintus said. About why no one would accept Garlean rule. Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varys at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians. United as one people. One race cleansed of imperfections. A cold and unforgiving vision. And when we
Didn't even
fail
have to play
to live
Archways.
up
The
to their
day's not
standards,
over, my man.
what place is there for us in their world? But the truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it all is to the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum. Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you. And yet, I can see how it happened. Varys and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us lost in a sea of chaos. Searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintus. Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms. A stone is a stone, a cloud, a flower, no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristics. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations.
Is that what you think?
In my misbegotten youth. But what I believed wisdom was no more
Brother,
than
what do you
aggressive
mean
ignorance.
misbegotten youth? You're 16.
I've since learned to look beyond the banners and the politics. To see people as individuals with their own hopes and dreams. As for my dream of building a better world, well, every day I'm reminded that it is far more complex than I had ever imagined. But it only spurs me onward, to find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the very end.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship. Once again,
Well, that's
you will
not
leave
happening.
one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish he'd realize it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand, to refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is...
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace. But not until the Telophoroi have been defeated once and for all. And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
I pray I am up to the task.
There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
Thank you, Alize.
I like their characters a lot more than I used to. Hey, Tika. Nice, Didion.
The scouts have secured Alize and Alphino. Their collars were removed without complication as well. They report no casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
It would appear the situation has changed.
Ooh.
I propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus, and I wish to speak with him in person.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second.
Okay, stormtroopers. Chill the fuck out.
Ambush!
So hold on. All this Aurelium,
More are coming!
you
Get ready!
used it to fuel Magitech armor? With big guns?
We, the loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlemald,
We'll die here.
of the fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands from the barbarian hordes until our countrymen return!
Yeah, this music slaps.
Stop, both of you!
Hell yeah, Arun.
This child may be the worst emissary I've ever seen.
I'll be right back. Somebody just rang the doorbell.
We received an urgent communication from the Grand Company of Eorzea.
Alright, sorry about the wait. I am back. Had to go get the mail and then take the
Envoys
dog
from the
out.
Imperial Army, led by members of the 10th Legion, came to Alamigo and requested an audience. They explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 8th, and 12th had ended in failure. Communication between most legions has broken down entirely. Most of the 10th's conscripts have deserted, leaving their forces severely depleted. That is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid.
Lies! Every word!
It is the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down.
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
Better pick quick.
Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision. Bereft of hope, and now dignity. I release you from your duty. All of you.
We're all fired. Go home. Or die here. Your
I take
choice.
solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement. 'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared. Of a world united. Of peace and prosperity. We are ghosts, you and I. Memories of days gone by. Bonds forged in blood that I will not see tarnished.
Oh, God.
Quickly!
So
We have
that's
to reach the
happening.
station before it's too late.
If there is still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
I just hope we get there before he and his men do something rash.
Oh, he did something rash. Well, that's a real shame for them. Much and more has occurred since last we met. As for determining what comes next, we must speak with Lord Quintus. Before we proceed, tell me what you know of the First Legion and the disposition of their forces. They're all starving and, like, on the verge of death. They were preparing for war while the refugees in their care were left to go hungry. A reckless, short-sighted plan that risks the welfare of the people they are sworn to protect. Nevertheless, we cannot compel them to accept our aid. If we were to arrive in force with the intent to do so, we would only incite panic. But perhaps they can be persuaded to follow one of their own. Go with Julius back to the station and have him lead the refugees here. Some may be unwilling or unable to leave, but for the time being, I'll take what I can get. Alphino, Alice, and the scout sent to extricate them should already be at the station. I will also have our other comrades in the area lend their support where it be needed. Should it be needed. Understood. So back to Termina. Tertium, not Termina. That's fear and hunger. Don't fight me, you dickhead. No, gotta say, I'm a little bit surprised that they just had him kill himself. I'm kind of surprised they went that far. EW has some pretty heavy topics. Oh, I've noticed. Shadowbringers did too, but to a far lesser extent. Stop it! I'm just gonna run over here so it deaggroes. Chris and Julius. We arrived just before you did, and too late. Too late for what? What's happened? It's Lord Quintus. He took his own life. After the news about the 10th, he relieved us of our duties. Then, when he was alone, he... No. No, he wouldn't. Thancred and the others, assisted by the soldiers, have seen to the remains. In due course shall the legatus be afforded a proper burial. He released us from our duty. He wanted us to be free. Free to choose our own fate. Without him to guide us, where I have just this moment spoken with Lucia. We are ready to commence the transfer of the refugees here to Camp Broken Glass, should they be willing to accept our aid. Some would rather die, but most of us just want to live. Songs and standards be damned, we just want to live. We'll need to speak with the refugees. They'll have to decide for themselves if they wish to come with us. If any would prefer to stay, we can have our supplies brought over for them. It'll be a hard journey for the others, but we'll see that they reach our camp safely. It'll be a long walk. For them. Yo, sorry about your boss, but like, get over it. Anyway. So if we're working with all those other legions, does that mean that we're taking on the Tower of Babel next? Because that seems like it should be way later in the expansion. I'm only on level 83. We're still relatively early. It was only ever a dream, wasn't it? To think we could reclaim it, rebuild it all ourselves. Before this all began, I sent my wife and daughters away to the provinces. If there's a chance I might see them again, I'll take it. So take me. Take me with you. Please. What are y'all hanging out in here for? Oh. Oh, you're looking at that. Why? This is where it happened. This is Thancred. Best not to dwell on it. Not when there's work to be done. Well, got the Aetherite sorted in the end. All it took was a few adjustments, and now it works as well as it ever did. From what I can tell, the one on Laternum is also functioning as normal. That's where you're staying, isn't it? Now that most of us are packing up and leaving this place, I reckon there'll be more use for me and my skills over at your camp. Touch. Why is Estinian consoling the woman and crying child? Estinian's not very good at that. Ah, it's you, the one who treated me with such kindness. I heard from the others that you're not from around here. I thought you were one of us, not that it makes much difference now. Purebloods, migrants, savages. After a while, the words start to lose meaning. Till all you're left with is anger and fear and hate, and I'm too tired. If you and yours have come to offer aid, I'd be glad to accept. We have much to discuss. Our rescue, the attack on Camp Broken Glass, what we'd hoped to talk about with Quintus. But all of that can wait. More urgent matters demand our attention. Were any of the refugees willing to come to our camp? Everyone I spoke to. Thank the 12. Oh, thank the 12. You and I should go first and secure the route back to Camp Broken Glass. With all the creatures and tempered skulking about, I expect we'll have our hands full. This should come in handy. Conqueror's Chain, courtesy of our Lamincent friends. I'd save it for the tempered, though. I'll mark a few points that need surveying on your map. Once we've taken care of the riffraff, we'll meet back at our camp. Conqueror's Chain. A ethereally treated chain capable of binding even the wiggliest of opponents. I suppose that's one way to describe them. Hello. Ether current. Blah blah blah. Stop crying, I don't particularly care. Let's see. Oh, jeez. They're all spread out. It's not even like... Well, I guess it is kind of all in, like, a straight line. Vaguely. I don't have to do any backtracking, at least. So let's see, there's one spot, like, right up over here-ish. Nothing. There it is. Just one? Put the umbrella away, Chris? Thank you. I understand that it's a little bit rainy and you don't want to get your hair wet, but like, we have real things to do? One down. While the others are this easy, I don't think that you guys needed my help, but I suppose you probably didn't want to fight with refugees, so works out. Put the umbrella away, dude. Okay, so once you're hurt, I'm gonna have to use the Conqueror's Chain. I'd say probably around like 25% HP. Maybe hit him with a one of these. Maybe with another one of these. Oh, okay. Who's next? No threats. Ooh. Oh, this is where I had to chase. Yeah, this is where that stupid, following quest was. Like right there. This poor lone soldier. He's having a really bad day. Get chained, loser. Now Thancred should be just up ahead. Ah, there you are. As expected, I ran into a few beasts who went down without much of a fight. Temper proved somewhat troublesome, but those chains should keep them under control until our allies take them into custody. With that taken care of, I'm to gather a few supplies and then return to the station. While I see to that, would you mind appraising Lucia of our progress? As it happens, I have some rather pertinent information from our recent scouting forays, but I'll save that for later. First things first and all that. Ah, Chris. I was informed of Quintus's suicide. It must have come as a great shock to his men. What of the refugees? I'm told some were receptive to your proposal, but I would hear your first-hand account. Yeah, everybody's kind of just desperate and wants to leave. But so many did not hesitate to accept proves how desperate their situation has become. We'll do our best to make them feel welcome. The troops who participated in the ambush are no exception. They will be afforded the same treatment as any other refugees. Perfidy notwithstanding. After all, even if I wanted to make an example of them, there's no one left to learn from it. We will tell our allies that these soldiers were acting under the direct orders of their legatus and that following his suicide they offered a full and unconditional surrender. Perhaps Quintus thought that had he lived, he would be tried as a war criminal, and his men punished with him. Perhaps by taking his own life, he hoped to absolve them of any culpability. Or perhaps, like too many others, he was a true believer to the end. Who can say? I didn't know the man or his heart. His reasons, noble or otherwise, died with him, and it falls to us to clean up the mess. Bunny. Dwarf rabbit. Grow. I assume you're curious about how matters have progressed here in your absence. Quite well, as it happens. Now that we've procured ceruleum from Tapper's Den, the recently repaired heaters can provide much-needed warmth. Furthermore, we've prepared sufficient food for everyone. Those from Tertium shall find a hot meal waiting upon their arrival. There's one for you, so go ahead and get some well-earned rest. I believe that we're capable of wielding a ladle or two without your assistance. On your way, might I ask you to seek out Ishtola? She was but recently attending to the wounded, but she's meant to be taking a rest herself. See that she is. Ishtola. Where are you? There you are. The way that you're dressed almost reminds me of your conjurer days. Yes, I have been taking proper breaks and imbibing sufficient water. But what of the Warrior of Light? You and the twins have an established history of reckless disregard for your own well-being. We're all fortunate that none of you landed yourselves in my care. I've already quite enough to deal with, between the tempered and the first wounded. Alas, though I can mend their bodies, the toll their spirits have taken on their hearts and minds is another matter altogether. For their sakes, we mustn't waver. But nor must we rush ahead in eagerness to see the day won, and in so doing invite disaster. Upon settling down for supper, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It's recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Please don't be another banquet. How come every time I sit down for a nice meal, or a nice drink, several cutscenes play in sequence? It happens all the time. Ooh. Really bright moon. Moon's haunted. Aw, Elise. Ishtola. Oh, Graha. I don't know who the limpy guy is, though. Everybody's helping out. I saw that Jonathan Bailey, voice actor of Galatia, was voted People Magazine's sexiest person of 2025. FF14 fans, stay winning.
The last of those who agreed to join us, yes.
We left heaters and provisions for those who wish to stay behind. They won't last forever, but hopefully they'll last long enough.
For now, I think everyone's earned a rest. We'll see to those in need of medical attention, so take the others with you and get yourselves some hot soup.
Good soup. Hey Julius, do you see how life is literally better for all your people when you just stop following a madman? Works out pretty good, huh? Maybe tell your other countrymen about it.
Warmth. At last.
And all you had to do was surrender.
Marvelous, isn't it? All thanks to the resourceful machinists of Ishgard, I might add. On their behalf, I bid you warm yourself to your heart's content.
Hold on. Your people might have scribbled a few things on a piece of parchment, but it was our Leminson Smiths that put the bloody things together.
Well, be that as it may, we single-handedly got the interior heating up and running again, didn't we?
Madeline.
The hells you did! We were there every step of the way.
We? You barely raised a finger to help, you ale-sodden reprobate.
I did a damn sight more than you, you lily-livered bilge rat.
Take that back!
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
Here.
Have soup.
At ease, man. There's nothing funny in it.
I'm from Alamigo, but was a conscript until recently. Used to eat this with the officers.
Apparently, it's adapted from a steppe recipe. This is my first time trying it, and I have to say, it's not half bad.
It's a bit too flavorful for my liking.
Jesus.
Perhaps compared to what you're used to.
Too flavorful is wild.
It's the little things that make life worth living, don't you think?
Like the poison.
I know this is not a dream, and yet...
Doesn't feel real.
I felt the same way at the Dragon Song War's end. Every morning I would step outside and need to be reminded that it wasn't my imagination, that my world had been forever changed. And just as I had grown accustomed to the idea, again you change my world in ways I never thought possible. Were it not for you and your fellow scions, the rifts between man and dragon and myriad tribes might never have been bridged. The Grand Company of Eorzea, the Ilsabard contingent. We owe it all to you. We've shed many tears in recent days, of pain and sorrow, triumph and joy. I much prefer the latter.
As do I. We often don't have the luxury of choice.
Indeed. We can but do our utmost to unite these disparate peoples and lead them to victory.
It is a remarkable achievement. Everything that I and the Populares had hoped for, and more.
Would that it had come sooner.
Indeed. Too many are not here to see it. And yet, there is a warmth in my breast, as if they still share in this moment.
Yes, I know what you mean. On a night like tonight, the wind and cold seem to pass me by.
of the Garlemald. I thank you for inviting me today.
Oh, the radio stopped.
They are being tempered. The talismans. Quickly!
Save me, brave hero! Ahem. My lord has requested your presence, and I would hate to disappoint you.
Oh God, he's been among us this entire time, hasn't he? I need to go back and watch that cutscene again and see if I can ever spot him.
The experiment was a success, but I fear our time is short. I shall begin the preparations.
Now, it is time for you to awaken.
Oh.
Good morrow to you. Here, have a taste before it gets cold. Oh, but be sure to remove your helmet. Take a moment, too, to familiarize yourself with that borrowed flesh.
What do you mean, borrowed flesh? Whose body am I in? Huh?
So, how does it feel? I, for one, find those first moments within a new body to be most refreshing. We had a Magitech engineer by the name of Aulus to thank for this method of soul extraction and implantation. I believe the two of you met briefly in Alamigo. His was a rather sticky end, wasn't it? Thankfully, he was thoughtful enough to leave behind his mind-jack technology. I took the liberty of making some improvements and selecting you as my esteemed test subject.
So something... Give me back my body.
And permit you to go on a righteous rampage instead of partaking in this delicious meal? I think not.
A succulent Garlean meal?
I must say, I have gone to great lengths to reunite you with my lord. When I discovered that his friend was in this neck of the woods, I suggested inviting you over for dinner. He never deigned to respond, but I took his silence as a resounding yes.
He seems pretty happy.
Oh my! Daddy is pleased his grumpy little boy has finally found his playmate. Ah, exposition is in order.
A little.
The Garlean Empire has long outlawed all forms of religion. No gods to worship, no risk of summoning. Brilliantly simple. But people being people must turn to something or someone in their hour of need. Who then? Why, His Radiance the Emperor, of course.
Wait, what?
As you have observed firsthand, Garlemald has seen better days. The legendary Solus Galvus, dead. Provinces near and far in open rebellion. Our bold new emperor assassinated. And that last one even sparked a civil war. What rotten luck. The people cried out for salvation. Their earnest pleas, one might even call them prayers, a supplication united for the Empire to reclaim her former glory. And so their will did manifest, channeled through the corpse of none other than Emperor Varus himself. And lo, the Savior was born, the embodiment of the Garlean spirit, their anima.
Oh, God. I only know anima from MTG.
Subjects, compelling them to take up arms and fight. And just as the wealth and power gravitate towards the Empire's capital, so too does ether from every corner of the globe. The towers with which you and your allies have been so preoccupied were created as an extension of anima itself. An ingenious design. Would you not agree, my lord?
Does the pursuit of prey you have bested before excite you? Of course not. Absent the challenge, the thrill, your prize
Video's
is a
chopping
hollow
really bad.
victory.
Oh, I see that.
Butchery. Perhaps you think that to be the extent of my promise. I have no doubt fallen in your estimation since Alamigo.
Steam just started updating something. Let's see if that helps. Yep, that just brought it back up into the green. Steam started updating games.
Fair enough. But do not let your disdain deprive us, of an opportunity to craft an even more majestic moment of euphoria. I have been honing my craft as I set the stage for our reunion. Wheresoever there is suffering and despair, you appear to fulfill your duty as defender of this star.
Yeah.
The chaos and destruction that my hordes have wrought are my gifts to you alone. At a loss for words? No matter. As you will learn, I have only just begun.
Oh, will you not finish your meal?
There is only one thing that can sate my hunger, and it would seem my friend has lost his appetite. I hoped this display of civility might prove an entertaining diversion, but clearly we are above such pretensions. While my lifeless body was in the possession of the Ascian, I too claimed another's as my own. It was an enlightening experience to fight in an unfamiliar form. Flaws and failings in my technique were plain to see. Whence rises one's true strength? The flesh? The soul? Perhaps you should like to discover the answer for yourself.
I'm assuming a little bit of both. Oh, you did bring my body here.
Or together.
Oh, Xenos, come on, man. If he wanted to be inside me, he didn't have to go to this route. Oh, no, wait.
Oh dear!
Oh, wait.
Whatever would happen if my lord were to greet your friends as you? I shudder to imagine what carnage he would wreak.
Wait. No, 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 no.
We'd better hurry if we want to avert the bloodbath. You can thank me later for my generosity. There it is. Your camp, I believe.
Yeah? I
If
mean,
I were
no.
to hazard a guess, I would say that you, the other you, is making his way there as we speak. Alas, this you will have to walk from here. Or run, if you can manage it. My lord would be cross if I made it too easy. Such ingratitude. I'd not squander this fighting chance. After all, you've obstacles enough to overcome. Right on cue.
Oh, tempered Garlean
Tempered
soldiers.
Withstanding orders to kill those not sworn to Anima. Under normal circumstances, you would make short work of them. But on this occasion, the odds are not so heavily stacked in your favor.
Leave, put me back in my body. You will fight as Unknown Imperial. I gotta deal with you. I suggest a little fight to the death. Oh, I'm just a paladin. Joke's on you, I'm already a paladin. Although I'm a really bad paladin, wow.
Not bad at all, given your diminished capacity. Nevertheless, 'twould perhaps be prudent to keep to the shadows. scurrying about like a rodent.
The Tempered Imperial is breathed as last. Inspect the fallen Imperial. Medical kit. Yo! Inspect. Pay your respects. Oops, I should have read that. You offer silent prayer for the deceased. While you're in possession of your own body, you may have had the capacity to subdue rather than slay this tempered soldier. In this battle, you were unable to use the full extent of your powers. To reach Camp Broken Glass quickly, you should avoid combat whenever possible. If you're discovered, your foes will give chase. The Magitech units are especially powerful, and your chances of defeating them in your current form are slim at best. What's in the bag? Medical kit. We're back to full, baby. Medical kit. We're doing good. Medical kit. Oh. This way. Alright. Turn around, Imperial. Or don't. That's fine too, I suppose. Hi. Medical kit in the cockpit. Medical pit. Where am I even going? Oh, I am going the wrong way. I have to go like this way more. I don't want to fight. I feel like I have to fight. I feel like I'm getting decent at just dodging their lines of sight. Wait. Maybe able to clear a path I can find the identification key. Oh wait, I saw one that had fuel. Was it over here? No. Deceased Imperial. Must have been further down the road. There it is, fuel concealing wreckage. Okay, got the tank. Now I just need to find the key after I get this back. This one will be tricky, unless I just cross to the other side of the road. And then you run across, and I can go like this. I'm really good at Frogger. In case you guys couldn't tell. Okay, you're refueled. Now I just need the key. Over here, I'm inside this building pretty quickly. You've not been turned, thank goodness. I thought I was the only one left. The bastards got my hand when they shook down. The bastards got my hand when they took down the Magitech Reaper. If you can repair its leg, though, it should still work. Here, take this key. If I had the use of my hand, I might have stood a chance out there. Please send help if you can. Get back in. How many are there? Okay. Disembark and proceed to Camp Broken Glass. We're out! Far from it. Okay, this is gonna suck a little bit, but we're almost free. Okay, this role-playing section is kinda sick. This is far less buggy than it was at launch. Oh, okay. Well then that would make it a little bit less sick. You there, please help us. I gotcha. It's just a grenade, brother. You don't need to stress that much. A cerulean zoblin. You're one of us, right? We need your help. I'm helping. out of healing kits, but that's alright. Jump at that. What was that voice? They found us. Get ready. Hey, guy in the armor, you're gonna have to step it up a little. Or get out and give me the keys. Ooh, hey, everybody pile on. Everybody. Oh god. I'm barely alive, but I am still alive. Unable to escape the blast, you begin to lose consciousness. Ah! Wait! 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 Okay, we good. That can just end the scenario if you're too low. Oh god. You crawl to safety and regain consciousness. Crawl to camp broken glass. I was trying, but it didn't seem like it was doing anything. I hope I don't have to crawl the entire way there. Home row arrow keys? Or home row keys? Like, what do you mean by that?
It is a miracle we were able to restrain the Tempered without suffering casualties.
Oh, I see.
A welcome one. Arun, Senna, and the others have their hands full as it is. Thankfully, there are enough scales for everyone.
And what of Eulus? His symptoms were particularly severe.
They were, but others fared still worse, including some brought back from the Magna Glacius. As those in most desperate need take priority, it may be a while before he receives treatment. But rest assured that he will. In the meantime, we must find our missing friend. May the Fury guide you.
Of all the bloody times for a disappearing act.
Right when the first wave struck, we'd be fools to think it a coincidence. But where even to begin the search? No one saw him leave in the chaos, and we've no trail to follow.
While I know full well he can handle himself, I worry all the same.
Ah, speak of the devil.
Well, time to call off the search.
Case closed.
That's him.
Who's he killing?
Over there.
Aye, 'twould appear so. Thou art struggling to perceive his presence?
I am. Perhaps In the aftermath of the wave, there is some residual effect interfering with my faculties. But...
Where have you been? We've been worried sick.
Now. All's well that ends well. Are you all right?
Are you all right?
Oh, they gave me the Xenos smile.
Who are you?
Oh. Your Reaper ghost looks cool as hell. Can I have it? Enough, Xenos. Yeah, if anybody's gonna be body checking me, it's me.
Sadly, that is all we have time for today. The effect has run its course, and back to your own bodies you must go. But where are my manners? You have all traveled so very far, and I've yet to pay my respects. Though in my defense, I was ill-prepared to receive so many uninvited guests. As such, preliminary entertainments were in order. A handful of tempered soldiers to hamper your progress. Refugees to command your attention while I siphon the ceruleum from the shadows. Particularly effective. Charitable souls that you are, you bent over backwards to aid them. Heedless of the delay. Predictable to a fault. And so my plan approaches completion unhindered. Anima will soon have absorbed the requisite amount of ether. And then shall come the spectacle to end all spectacles. The eldest and most powerful of primals will awaken. And all shall bear witness to the final days!
So who is this guy? Oh, it is still me. No.
The gods themselves will be my meal. Your dear companions my dessert. Upon this world I'll feast, and death shall follow in my wake. All your hate, all your rage, you will render unto me.
Well, I'm rendering it.
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, weal enmeshed with woe. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence. Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation.
Thanks, dragon.
Thank goodness. He's awake.
But is it him? I think it is. So I'm not dead yet.
I am pleased to report you are very much alive.
Everything in working order?
More or less.
That's a relief. Oh, and before I forget, thanks for coming to our rescue.
Somebody had to. If anyone's
Given
gonna
recent
rescue you
events,
from me,
I
it's
would be
me.
surprised if you weren't feeling a bit poorly. A hearty meal and a long rest would be my recommendation under normal circumstances, but these are anything but. If Van Daniel's boasts are to be believed, we must act quickly. Once you've blown away the cobwebs, we can discuss preparations for our assault on the Tower of Babel.
Nope. That's kind of cool. I think I'm playing through the game, like, with someone. I think that they're on the same quest I am. You're certain you're well? Nothing out of place? No missing bits? I think all my bits are in one place. Or in their place. Good. I won't promise the same for Van Daniel and Xenos after I'm through with them. Xenos is mine. How much must these people suffer before they're satisfied? How many cruel, pointless tricks must they play? Prelude to the final days or no, this ends now. Are you well enough to make your report? Yeah, I had dinner with Xenos and he stole my body. I feel like this isn't voice acted. This anima was summoned with the corpse of Emperor Varus. Does their depravity know no bounds? No, I don't think it does. It seems not. More to the point, we can surmise that wave of ether issued not from the Tower of Babel, but from the primal lurking within it. A primal whose cry rang rather more loudly in your ears than ours. If we were taken to the tower itself, then this proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is the beating heart of the Telophoroid's machinations. In which case, we have some highly relevant information. As many of you know, ever since we dispatched troops to free the Leveilleur, we've been developing a plan to infiltrate the tower. According to Thancred and his scouts, the main structure is lousy with tempered and enemy magic. Furthermore, the road leading to it has collapsed, making it difficult to approach in numbers. Thus do we propose dividing our forces into two parties, one to distract and one to infiltrate. The diversionary force will be comprised of the Ashgardian, Gridanian, and Leminson delegations. They will begin the construction of bridges, to make the Telophoroi believe that we are marching upon the tower. Meanwhile, the best suited of our Alamegan, Uldan, and Eastern comrades will use a different method of ingress. God. Look here. The facility marked in red is the Incaladium, a vast magitech factory. In ruins now, of course. I can't talk anymore. But the freight tunnel connecting into the erstwhile Imperial Palace remains intact. While the Telophoro's attention is elsewhere, our infiltration force can use it to enter the tower undetected. Be aware, however, that the underground rail network remains very much operational. The Tempered are using it to bring supplies to the tower even now. If it can carry their material, it can carry us too, provided we sneak aboard unseen. The Scions will lead the infiltration party. Once inside, you must locate and dispatch Fandaniel and Xanos. We will save the people of Garlemald and those who suffer the world over. I'll have my vengeance yet. It's time we ended this once and for all. Aye. There will be no more casualties of the Telophoro's maniacal ambition. How quickly can we enact this plan? Fandaniel made it quite clear that haste is a priority. Of paramount concern even, assuming he didn't name the Tower Babel on a whim. In Amon's time it meant Gateway of the Gods. Xander used it to refer to the Void Gate, but in this case it almost certainly alludes to something altogether greater. The eldest and most powerful of primals. All the more reason to act now. The rest of the contingent is aware of the plan and are ready to move at a moment's notice. You are to proceed north to Forum Patents. Lisa's group will meet you there. As ever, we are grateful for your foresight. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Spare no effort in your preparations. Well, we have to find our way into the Tower of Babel now. Oop. I dropped something on my keyboard. It's not too long of a walk. Bad dog. You look kinda sick. What's up with you? Automated cavalry? Yeah, you look pretty rad. Why is it just a blank banner on your tail? That should be the Garlean banner, probably. It would look a lot better if it was the Garlean banner. I made it really easily, actually. Chrysanthemum, the way into the tunnel is clear. We've made sure of it. I wish you'd made sure to bring a coat instead. We'd best get in there before we freeze, especially you. Oh, the shoe will be on the other foot once we're in, believe you me. A good fight should warm us right up. Barely enough cloth to swaddle a newborn. Clearly you spent too long around this feral dog of a Datharl. Watch your tongue, fool, lest I feed it to the crows. We will see who is the fool when you freeze to death. Expect me not to warm your ill-prepared hide. These furs are for myself and my Nama alone, should I be blessed to meet her this day. As if any woman of worth would wish to be warmed by you, little son. Should we find a warrior within, she will bask in my glorious flame. Stop, both of you. Save your fire for the enemy. As for extra furs, I have plenty to spare. As do we. Oh, we're all just coming in like regular street clothes. Fantastic. Hello, everyone. All set for battle, I see. Yes, free of unnecessary encumbrances, if rather more susceptible to the cold. Let us review our strategy. Quickly, if you don't mind. Pippin's group has gone ahead to the Enchilada. We are to meet them there. We wait until the Tempered's attention is drawn by a diversionary force, then we sneak onto the train. Next step, the Tower of Babel. If any, Tempered included, are injured, we Zayla will tend to them. You Scions must press on, no matter what. We should avoid moving as a group until we're underground, so we'll need to make our own ways into the Enchilada. See you there. I have to go more north. Am I really just going to be able to sneak in here? Kokobuki! Now that the Tempered ones are aware of our plan, they will doubtless start pouring in at any moment. But needn't worry, my brothers and I will see that none shall pass. Go forth and wreak your destruction. Hail. It's good to see you, Chris. We heard that you collapsed, but were given only the most cursory explanation. I'm glad you've recovered, and quickly enough to take part in the operation at that. As you will have heard, we've secured the way in. Some few are to remain behind to keep your escape route clear. Our comrade from Lentil's Tears will lead the way into the station. I'll join you soon. Station's right this way. Tread lightly now. Possibly voice acted. Not voice acted. I'll put the chips back down. This is everyone. Consider the enemy well and truly distracted. Sure sounds that way. Time to go. Our primary objective is, of course, the Telophoroid's leaders. You don't need to... Okay. Thank you, Alphino. But should we be presented with an opportunity to vanquish Anima, we must seize it. It is indeed the force behind the towers. The strain would deliver our allies from the Telophoroid's reign of terror. And I, for one, would not see the Garlean people manipulated any longer, be it by Primal, Ascian, or anything else. Here, there's been enough of that. We came to help the people of Garlemald, and that's what we're going to do. Together. Till the very end. Train should be along any moment now. Prepare to board, everyone. Let's go! New dungeon! I'll make sure I'm wearing all the best gear. I am. And now, as always, to force the queue, we will go to Kugane and attempt Hildebrand. I have found that this is the most reliable way to force Q-Pops. Hello. I have seen this gentleman, the Eorzean, you seek. Yes, yes. And I should be glad to take you to him if you like. You are ever so kind and helpful, Mr. Talking Cat. Catfish. To be precise. Though I care not for the Eorzean, I am Gyodo, a Namazu, and the services I provide are not free, I am sorry to say. Nor are they cheap. Are you sure you can afford to pay? Oh dear, I spent my last gil on the fair to Kugane. Is there any way I can convince you to help? Core, if it isn't Chrysanthemum, don't tell me you came all this way just to help little old me. And to stop you from getting skimmed by Gyodo. Ah, you see, when Inspector Hildebrand took to the skies, I said, Nashu, you'd better not let him get away this time, and immediately began looking for ways to head as far east as I could. And you can't get much farther east than the Far East, right? I was worried I wouldn't be able to find him, but wouldn't you know it? Gyoza the talking Numa Numa here says he knows where he is. Careful, careful. This one knows our game. Escaping his wrath is going to take all of our skills. I say there is no need for such menacing glares. None whatsoever. Are you sure? 1,000 pardons, my lady, but I had no idea that you were traveling with such esteemed company. Forget everything that I said regarding the fee. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a pressing engagement. Very pressing indeed. Wait, you haven't told me where the inspector is yet. That's because he doesn't know. And he was trying to scam you. Huh? Little Gyoza was trying to swindle me? There we go. I'm just gonna... Oh, I was only one click away. I actually made a tiny bit of progress.
Now or never.
This is the great dungeon, by the way. I'm excited. Ready to go. Better clear the threats off this train before we arrive, or things could get nasty. There's so many people here. I am 100% going to lose track of which ones are my party members. Oh, I don't have the other part of Salt of Earth anymore. I can't remember when I got that. Glad I paid attention. Ran all the way out. Slowing down, our destination must be close. Look, captives. Help me free them. Yeah, you guys worry about that. I may leave them in our care. Follow me. Oh, that's a lot more than I expected to pull. Oh, they have more. No, just that. Oh, that was wrong. A moment's reprieve. From here onwards, we should split into 3 groups to divide their attention. Yo, who's the professional wrestler? My beautiful little boy will keep this tower free of vermin. What are you doing, you foolish boy? The vermin are over there. I guess, oh, opposites attract, same repels. Okay. It's like, be careful not to get thrown into the electricity. Bad timing for me to use Blackest Knight. Getting repelled, so I need to wait for it to pop and then yeah. Didn't work quite the way that I thought, but it didn't push me as far as I thought, but it still worked. Ouch, owie. Easy. I'm greeding on everything. What could they possibly need such an enormous lift for? That's a good question. Well, I mean, if Barnabas is that big, imagine if the other test subjects must look like. Enemies? In here? It's more likely than you think. Yep, just look over here. Any attention to my friends. This rear guard here looks pretty sick. I don't think I've seen that design before. So I passed Diverge. Let us see who gets there first. It's gonna be me. Oh. Well, that's awful. Although, you know, I suppose it's not as bad as the meat hall raids before in the Tower of Zot. What's this funny looking guy? Oh. You haven't been gone for very long for you to be looking like that, Luke. I'll teach you to underestimate my genius. Are you just like piloting this thing like a mech? Because it's not a very impressive Magitech missile? Man, fighters really haven't caught up to casters. If they can replicate that, who knows what else they can do. What does this mean? This one you get frogged, and that one shrieked. Oh no, it's the comedically large bombs. Well, Zenos put me in charge for a reason. I'll have your heads as playthings. I'll slice you in two. There's going to be somewhere for us to stand here. Or wait, hold on. Hold on a minute. Is it too high off the ground to get us? That's so funny. Hey Luge, why did you choose to fight us in this room? Not judging, just a genuine question. Regroup, loser. Bending gloves, but worse than what I'm wearing. Are we going this way? I think we are. Go, I shall deal with these whelps. On to the final then. I bet it's Xenos. I feel like it has to be, right? Unless they are saving that for later. Oh, never mind, it's Anima. I thought Anima would be a trial. Do they have something in them that makes it so that they can just be overridden that easily? Well, actually, now that I'm like saying that out loud, I guess it is Xenos. He would definitely have the authority to override anybody else's stuff. Of course you guys stop doing enough damage the second that I use Blast Knife. I swear, these enemies know when I'm using something and why. Purposefully decide to change their tactics for a second. Icon of icons, Anima. Okay. I'm gonna roll on these now. Okay. Let's get it. Yes. Terrifying. Bunch of nails around, except for like over here. Okay, nails separated into quarters. Animal begins feeding on souls. Oh, that's a lot of souls for you. Sipping my potion. Make life at least a little bit easier for the healer since I goofed. Horrific roar tears the fabric of reality. I don't want to be down here anymore. I don't want to be in Anima's dimension. Oh, you're scary. Laws of limitation call forth chaotic energies. They look like they're going to tear across here in just a second. These ones and then those ones. Yay, pattern recognition. Oh, you started attacking more now. And the healer's down. Oh, does somebody have a... You have a phoenix down! Based. Okay, we can take a second to heal. The altered reality plunges into chaos. And we're back to it. Okay, very cool. Thank you for the little show, Adam. I appreciate it. This corner. Mostly pretty good. Okay, so after we get pulled, I have to get away. Do I have to like get away from it immediately? Yes. You don't want to get pulled into the black hole. Understood. Animal begins feeding on souls. It's a little too late. Da 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 da. We win. Where you at, Fan Daniel? You hiding? Greedy. I'm very greedy. Princess, you saved it by using a res.
Farewell, Varus. May the gods have mercy on your soul.
'Cause I won't. Oh, whoopsie. Thought it was auto-playing.
Come. The other two await.
You got a new toy.
This madness ends here.
Oh, hush. This is the best part.
Brother, why did you think that would work? I appreciate the effort in trying, but it wasn't happening. I could have told you that.
Oh, mighty Zodiac! Awaken from your slumber and descend!
What? Why do we have another monster trapped in another moon?
Some manner of magical defense?
Cryle. Are you holding it at bay?
But how?
The shackles that bind my adversary will not be so easily broken.
Hydaelyn?
Hydaelyn! Feeble relic of a forgotten age!
Must not be all that feeble.
Hark!
She's here.
Victory is mine! No more ether. And I was so close. My lord, a slight change of plans. We shall travel to the moon and break this wretched barrier ourselves.
I'm sorry?
Whatever it takes.
What was that?
The final order issued by Anima to the Tempered Thrones. Should the Empire fall, the world must share our fate. Of course, Father lacked the conviction to give such a command. The abomination born of his flesh was but a puppet, and I the puppeteer.
You madman! You monster!
There's a funny joy in watching your flailing attempts to fight the inevitable. You're all going to die, and they're powerless to prevent it. must be on our way. You're welcome to give chase, provided you are content to leave comrade and tempered alike to die screaming.
I'm sorry. I'm still just... They're going to the moon. Why?
I have asked too much of this child. Tend to her. The last brand at Mare Lamentorum is yet unbroken. Zodiac remains bound. I have shifted the flow of ether and sent the enemy far from their destination. Now, I shall divert it once more. An ally awaits, and I will deliver you unto him. Seek his aid. Restore the seal. Zodiac must not be set free.
Who's the ally?
The Tempered are running wild. Not only those at the tower, but those back at the camp. The others are doing their best to contain them, but the situation is growing beyond our control.
Leave them to die or give up the chase. Just like Fandaniel said.
I'm the one Xenos wants. Only I can bring an end to this. Garlemald's fate is in your hands. I'm the one Xenos wants.
You're going alone?
Yeah.
You have our trust and our faith. I pray we have yours.
Okay, hold on. If everybody else is staying here, who's the ally? I feel like I need to know.
Our friends in the Tempered need our help. We will save as many as we can, I swear.
Once we have matters well in hand, we'll join you on the moon. Until then, be careful.
Why are you saying that like it's just some casual thing you can just do at a whim? Oh yeah, we'll just join you on the moon. It'll be all good. There's nothing wrong with that idea. If all the Tempered are affected, Julius and his comrades likely put up quite the struggle. We'll find a way to save them. We must. I only pray we're not too late. In the meantime, may the 12 carry you to victory. A trip to the moon. My apologies, I was lost in thought. Why did Uma Musume just start on my phone? Huh. I didn't click on that. Interesting. The device is of elegant design, which leads me to think I was right about Fandaniel. No matter what he claims, he still has an attachment to the trappings of his past. Whether knowing this will make your path forward clearer, I cannot say, but bear it in mind. But let us return to the task at hand. As Heidelin said, the flow of ether will transport you to Mare Lamentorum. We must hope this ally of hers can provide you with the necessary assistance to restore the seal before Xenos and Fandaniel arrive to stop you. Seems we are ever one step behind, but I have faith that you'll make up the difference. Now that whatever awaits, our prayers are with you. Now go, beyond the sky. I'm just going to the moon? This seems so weird to me. I know we've seen the moon a lot in, like, cutscenes and stuff.
Long before Garlemald was forged to imprison an Elder Primal, the eldest of them all, savior of the star, was sealed within a moon of his own. Souls sacrificed to grant him life still slumber and dream of the day he and we will be made whole. Here he waits, in this cold, barren place, his cradle and his grave. Silent lamentations and prayers of hope echo soundlessly to a sundered star, adrift and alone.
You with me. Eidolon's champion. Is this Hythlodaeus? Is Hythlodaeus the ally? I did tell you the moon was haunted. Phew. Oh, I'm sorry. I just knocked the hell out of my mic for a second. Sorry, Ancient, who I believe might be Hythlodaeus, but might not. I have something I need to do first. Ancient Spirit. Hi, big man. I return. I must return. Why? Division Thief takes form and lashes it. Oh, you are still affected by creation magic. I suppose that makes sense. Ancient Spirit, home, I want, I need. No, come back. You mustn't touch. In Cerulean Halls, find me. Cerulean Halls. Okay, I guess it is pretty blue. I thought it was just the lighting. Wow. Zodiac is in there. I can see like Ascian markings all around it. They look like Ascian. Welcome to the moon. It's beautiful, but also horrifying. The Watcher's Palace. No steps echo through this looming spire save your own, but you nevertheless sense a presence above. Once I finish up with this quest, I gotta end stream. I gotta go do some cooking. Gotta chill for a bit. But this music, it's the Amarat music, isn't it? Apologies, I've been preoccupied for quite some time and am out of practice at conversation. Ever since this moon was created by Hydaelyn, I have served as an integral part. I am the Watcher. I'm responsible for the prisoner and the devices that hold him fast. Zodiark himself, a projection of the moon's core. Though rent asunder by Hydaelyn, he grows more powerful with every rejoining. 7 there have been, 7 too many. And yet, for all his servants' machinations, he remains incomplete. The fallen are beyond salvation. No attempt would be made to free Zodiark, not until he is whole once more. But someone has taken action. The shackles that hold him nearly shattered. Six locks to his jail, great and grand. Gargantuan swords driven deep, brands to bind Zodiark forevermore. 5 were destroyed by his would-be liberator. One of these I have restored. I strive to mend the remaining 4, but my efforts are being impeded. Souls sacrificed to summon Zodiark, their manifestation consequence of the waning seal. They labor in opposition to my work. They must be expelled for the preservation of all. If keeping Zodiark in prison is the right thing to do, I will aid you. I'll only resort to expelling them if all else fails. Of that I have no doubt. You are her chosen. I am the Watcher and the Jailer. I am not the Judge. Know this, Hydaelyn commands the forces of stasis, and this moon is a product of such power. So long as Zodiark remains in prison in this place, no more sacrifices will be made in his name, nor will those souls rendered up in his name fade into oblivion. Go, meet with these wandering spirits. Do what you think is right. continue with this. Probably Saturday, Sunday. I'll try to play a little bit more and see where this is going. I expected to see more stuff coming off of Eorzea. Or not Eorzea. Eorzea is the continent. Isn't the planet also called Hydaelyn? I expected to see more, like, stuff coming off of it with the towers. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Hope you all have a good night. And I will be back with this at some point